Imagine a house that lasts longer than your modern concrete home. Now picture that house made of cow dung. Welcome to the world of the Maasai, where ancient building techniques outperform modern construction methods. In this video, we're going to show you how the Maasai create homes called manatus, using a mixture of mud sticks, grass cow dung, and even urine. You'll see firsthand why these traditional dwellings can withstand harsh weather conditions for years, while many urban houses crumble. Get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about sustainable housing. Did you know that Maasai homes are built using a mixture that might shock you? Welcome to the world of the Manata, the traditional Maasai dwelling that's as ingenious as it is unconventional. These homes aren't just shelter, they're a testament to centuries of traditional knowledge and resourcefulness. Now brace yourself for the surprising ingredients that go into a Manata. It's not your typical brick and mortar affair. Instead, Maasai women, who are the primary builders of these homes, use a unique blend of materials found right in their environment. Picture this: mud, sticks, and grass form the base. But here's where it gets interesting. They add a generous helping of cow dung and even urine to the mix. You might be wondering, why on earth would they use cow dung? Well, it's not just about using what's available. This seemingly odd choice of material is actually a stroke of brilliance. Cow dung acts as a binding agent, holding everything together. But that's not all. It also provides excellent insulation, helping to regulate the temperature inside the home. In the harsh climate of Maasai territories, this natural air conditioning is a game changer. The construction process is a feat of engineering in itself. Maasai women carefully prepare the mixture, combining the cow dung with mud and other components. They then apply this mixture to a framework of sticks and grass, slowly building up the walls of the Manata. It's a labor-intensive process that requires skill and patience, passed down through generations. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The cow dung isn't just a structural component, it's also a natural protector. It has antimicrobial properties that help shield the home from pests and decay. Who would have thought that cow dung could be such a multitasking marvel? As strange as it might seem to us, this unique blend of materials creates a structure that's surprisingly sturdy and well insulated. The Manata stands strong against wind and rain, while keeping its inhabitants comfortable in both hot and cold weather. It's a perfect example of how traditional wisdom can sometimes outperform modern methods. Imagine a home that laughs in the face of scorching heat, freezing cold, and torrential rain. Now picture that same home being made of cow dung. Welcome to the world of Manatas, where traditional wisdom meets extraordinary resilience. The Maasai territories are no picnic when it comes to weather. These lands experience extreme temperature swings, from blistering heat during the day to bone-chilling cold at night. Add to that the occasional torrential downpour, and you've got a recipe for housing disaster. Yet in this harsh environment, the humble Manata stands tall. At first glance, you might think a house made of cow dung wouldn't stand a chance against these conditions. After all, isn't dung just, well, waste? But here's where the Maasai's deep understanding of their environment shines through. These seemingly fragile homes are actually architectural marvels, perfectly adapted to their surroundings. Let's break it down. When the sun beats down mercilessly, the thick walls of the Manata act as a natural insulator, keeping the interior cool. When the temperature drops at night, these same walls retain the day's warmth, ensuring a cozy sleep for the inhabitants. And what about those sudden rainstorms? The mixture of dung and mud creates a surprisingly waterproof surface, allowing rainwater to slide right off. But the real kicker, these homes are built to last. A well-maintained Manata can stand strong for several years, weathering countless storms and scorching days. It's a testament to the ingenuity of Maasai women, who are responsible for building and maintaining these structures. Now, you might be wondering how these traditional homes stack up against modern houses. Here's a surprising fact. In many cases, Manatas actually outlast contemporary urban dwellings in similar environments. While a modern house might struggle with cracking foundations or leaky roofs after a few years in these harsh conditions, a Manata keeps on ticking. This begs the question, what can we learn from these ancient building techniques? As we face growing environmental challenges worldwide, perhaps it's time to take a closer look at traditional wisdom. The Maasai have shown us that sometimes the most effective solutions are the ones that have been right under our noses, or in this case, under our feet, all along. Did you know that some of the most advanced sustainable building techniques aren't found in high-tech labs, but in traditional African villages? Let's explore how cow dung and mud could be the unlikely heroes in the fight against climate change. When we think about sustainable construction, we often imagine cutting-edge materials and complex technologies, but the Maasai people have been using eco-friendly building methods for centuries. Their approach to housing relies on locally sourced materials that are both abundant and renewable. Mud, grass, and yes, even cow dung form the backbone of their construction techniques. Now, contrast this with modern construction methods. Our cities are filled with towering structures made of concrete and steel. While impressive, these materials come at a hefty environmental cost. The production of cement, a key ingredient in concrete, is responsible for a significant portion of global carbon emissions. Steel manufacturing isn't far behind in terms of its carbon footprint. The environmental impact of traditional Maasai building techniques is remarkably low. The materials they use are natural, biodegradable, and require minimal processing. There's no need for energy-intensive factories or long-distance transportation. Instead, everything they need is right at their doorstep, quite literally in the case of cow dung. You might be surprised to learn that modern houses often struggle in environments where Maasai homes thrive. In areas prone to extreme heat or cold, many contemporary buildings rely heavily on artificial heating and cooling systems. These systems not only consume large amounts of energy, but can also fail during power outages or extreme weather events. Maasai homes, on the other hand, naturally regulate temperature thanks to their thick insulating walls. So what lessons can we learn from Maasai architecture? The answer might just revolutionize how we think about sustainable housing. Architects and engineers are starting to take note of these ancient techniques. They're exploring ways to incorporate natural, locally sourced materials into modern designs. Imagine future cities where buildings are not only eco-friendly, but also perfectly adapted to their local environment. The potential for Maasai building methods to inspire sustainable modern designs is enormous. We're seeing projects that combine traditional wisdom with contemporary technology, creating homes that are both environmentally friendly and comfortable by modern standards. These hybrid approaches could be the key to addressing our growing housing needs without further straining our planet's resources. Did you know that in some cultures, the act of building a home can strengthen entire communities? The Maasai people of East Africa have turned house construction into an art form that goes far beyond mere shelter. Let's explore how their unique dwellings, called manatas, serve as the beating heart of Maasai social life. In Maasai culture, a manata is more than just a place to sleep. It's a symbol of community and tradition, deeply woven into the fabric of their society. Unlike the often impersonal nature of modern urban living, where neighbors might not even know each other's names, Maasai villages are built on strong social connections. Imagine a world where every home tells a story of unity and shared history. The construction and maintenance of manatas is a community affair that brings people together. When a new home needs to be built, it's not just the family's responsibility. The entire village pitches in. This collaborative effort strengthens bonds between families and reinforces the Maasai's communal values. It's a stark contrast to the individualistic approach of modern house building, where professional contractors often handle everything. Have you ever wondered how a traditional Maasai village is organized? Picture this: a circular arrangement of manatas grouped closely together. This layout isn't just practical, it's a physical representation of Maasai social structure. The circular design allows for easy communication between families and creates a central area for community gatherings. It's a living example of how architecture can reflect and reinforce cultural values. But like many traditional ways of life, the Maasai face challenges in the modern world. As education and technology spread, younger generations are exposed to different lifestyles and building techniques. This raises an important question: how can the Maasai preserve their rich cultural heritage while adapting to the changing world around them? The answer lies in the Maasai's remarkable ability to adapt. While maintaining their traditional practices, some communities are beginning to incorporate new building materials and techniques. This blend of old and new allows them to preserve the cultural significance of their homes while improving durability and comfort. It's a testament to the Maasai's ingenuity and resilience in the face of change.